Quite on the Sid. Zoom Room Video Communications brought to you by the BMC.
Boobs.
You're killing me, Smalls.
$5.
Welcome to lunch, Chuck and Les.
Your viewing and listening pleasure.
They can't handle.
I don't know how easy it is to discern between that.
Welcome to lunch, Chuck and Les.
Where the hell are they coming up with this crap?
Where nobody knows what the hell is going on.
The time sink is real.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm doing nothing but standing on the line. You know, I should be doing something.
I stand around for hours at a time.
Oh, God, I can't tell you how many hours a day I'm just standing on the line. I'm doing nothing but standing on the line.
Yeah.
You're all using some kind of jargon that me no understand. Have to gently blow a ball into.
Into a warm, fuzzy hole.
That's right.
Yeah.
Welcome to lunch, Chuck and Les.
Your viewing and listening pleasure.
They can't handle.
I don't know how easy it is to discern between that.
Welcome to lunch, Chuck and Les.
Where the hell are they coming up with this crap?
Where nobody knows what the hell is going on.
Yeah. I blame Laz.
It's all Laz's fault.
That's right. It's all my fault. Greetings,
It is.
everybody. This is Laz.
And this is Jack. Welcome to another edition of Lunch with Laz and Jack, where we interpret the news so you don't have to do anything other than question your own personal life choices and ours as we tell you about what's going on in Shroud of the Avatar.
That's right.
Sorry.
Inside and outside Shroud of the Avatar. All sorts of interesting stuff going on, including a visit from the Duke. What's up, Duke? How you doing, buddy?
Sorry I'm late. I would have been here sooner, but I couldn't find my goddamn horse.
Uh-huh. Well, it's hard finding your horse here in game right now. Unless you go down across the street from your house and speak to Knob. Get your horse there.
How you guys doing? I hadn't been here in a while. What's new?
Oh, all sorts of crazy stuff is new. It's all sorts of interesting stuff. We are sitting here waiting on release notes. We're 4 days out from release 74 and not a single note to be had just yet.
Nope.
I'm expecting to see some notes sometime today, but we shall see, and we'll keep you all updated. We did get Avatar's update number 365 finally. Came out.
They did miss a week with 365 and then finally decided, hey, we're going to go ahead and put it out there.
That's right. And then in other news, of course, if you all haven't heard, we lost legendary basketball player Kobe Bryant yesterday in a helicopter crash. And
he was flying when he wasn't supposed to be flying.
Yeah, well, I don't.
Is that right?
I heard he was
what is the
flying.
dope on that?
I heard he was flying, but I didn't hear that.
There was a fog warning, and all other helicopters were grounded. Yet Kobe's helicopter was given special permission to fly during the fog.
Oh, okay. I did read something about a fog in L.A.
And
that is the skinny that I read.
Our
You would think Kennedy got shot again.
No.
And then our own buddy Shooter Jennings was at the Grammys last night, where he won Best Album of the Year with Tanya Tucker.
No kidding.
For best country album, yes, and she calls him out and brings him on up. He was the producer on that album. We got a clip for you
Well-
guys on that one to see, so just hang tight with us. I'm
That's a
still
launch. He's definitely got a career now.
Well, Shooter's had a hell of a
that would-
career, but you
That
know
would
he's
be
done.
4 Grammys that he participated in.
Yeah, he's got a pretty good list of accomplishments under his belt, especially as a producer. He does a lot more producing than he does of his own. I don't know. He does about equal as far as I'm concerned. He's always on the road.
He
He's
does
always
a lot.
making music. He's always working on an album either for himself or somebody else.
He does things.
Well,
Got to stay busy.
Those things.
Congrats to our fellow gamer.
That's right.
Yes, absolutely. And let's jump to that clip first. Let's get that out of the way.
That means that I have to actually go find my
Right
web
there
browser.
in chat.
I have to go find my web browser.
Oh.
There it is. Okay, so are we ready for it?
Yes, we are ready.
Okay, let's go ahead and click play in 3, 2, 1.
Shooter Jennings, get up here, buddy. Your daddy's up there with mine right now. He's really proud of us right now. Shooter Jennings, come here. Oh, my God. I was in Austin, Texas, and I was standing at my friend's ranch in South Texas, Hank Thompson. I was standing on a tree stump, and there was hardly getting any phone service. And I was talking to Shooter saying, I don't think I'm coming out there to make this record. I just don't think I can do it. And he said to me, Tanya, you always said you would do anything in the world for me. And I go, you're young, you going to use that card? And he said, just do this for me. And I did. I did it for Shooter. And I met Brandy, and I've never known such a talented person in my life. And we did this record together. I'm so honored. I can't even, there's no words to express how I feel right now. But I tell you what, I'm so glad you guys, get over here. I didn't do it without you, man.
What?
Best album of the year? Are you kidding me? Get in there.
Me and Shooter asked Tanya why she hasn't made an album in almost 20 years. And she said it's because when her mom and her dad died, she just couldn't do it anymore. And that she thought that it meant there was more love behind her in her life than ahead of her. And she knows that's not true right now. Thank you.
Thank you all. Hi, Blackjack.
And that is Shooter,
there it is.
Brandy Carlisle, and Tanya Tucker up there.
Yeah.
So
And
That's
Brandy
Tanya.
and,
Tanya Tucker.
Tanya, whatever.
Tanya. T-A-N.
Whatever. Hey,
But-
Holly, thanks for following.
Yes,
And,
getting reports that my stream is screwed
your
up
stream's
again. Sorry,
technical
folks, I don't
difficulties.
know what to tell you. It's a Twitch thing. It's a Twitch thing.
It's a technical difficulties thing.
It is what it is. But meanwhile, let's go ahead and get first giveaway open today here. We're gonna go ahead and give away. What are we giving away today? I forgot. A pair of green growth potions for lucky viewer out there.
Thraddy is supposed to be in Tampa, or was this weekend? I don't know.
Don't
never
know. I haven't
messaged-
seen
she never
or heard
messaged me.
anything too much from her on any social media. She must be having a good time down here in
Well,
Florida.
yeah,
So that's
she's doing things.
yeah. That's a good thing. She's enjoying the weather. I know it's a far cry
Yeah.
from that minus whatever it was up. Where's Cappius? What's the weather up there like now?
Cold.
Very
But
cold.
yeah. Draken says that you need to upgrade your dial-up.
Yeah, right? Yeah, no shit. Yeah, don't know.
and
telling
people
me
are
it's all
forgetting to
good.
get in on some marbles while we're waiting for things. But yes, we did have updated the Avatar number 365 come out a week late, as Elgarian supposedly is taking over that among his other duties as Star steps back completely.
Don't know about that. I thought Star was coming back from vacation today. That's why I'm expecting an update. Eagle! Thank you.
Yep.
200 bits.
What, did Star
Thank
fall
you,
in a
Eagle.
hole?
Well, Star is actually working with another group on South by Southwest stuff.
Yeah, you mean the group that he's got that he put together that he's been working for the last 20 years? That group?
No.
Okay.
Then there's also the other consulting company that he's working with.
Well, that's the group I'm thinking of.
That one was not even started by Star.
Okay. Well,
That one he just joined last year.
I don't know what the hell's going on there.
Yeah.
The face mask is causing all sorts of crappy, weird stuff going on here today.
You're doing weird things. But
yeah,
yes,
the face mask on my slobs is now going funky.
Okay.
It's Monday. That shit happens, folks.
Yep.
I thank you, Eagle, for the bits. Let's get back to the news.
Avatar's update number 365 did come out on Friday, where it talks about upper tiers being redone again.
Reborn.
Yes. Word is spread throughout the land that new dangers await adventurers in upper tiers. The undead which inhabit this territory has sent word that their masters, the blah, 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 blah. In fact, they are being grinded for experience, which only the magical players of experience attenuation holding adventurers at bay. Take caution, avatars. Reinforcements have arrived. The denizens lurking behind the waterfall of upper tiers will now have much greater power at their disposal. Enemies that charge enemies with chain lightning. Okay, so that's two fragments with exclamation marks that don't make sense. These changes
enemies
as well
that charge exclamation. Enemies that chain lightning exclamation. I think it's self-explanatory.
Well,
or are you missing those exclamation points? Yeah, punctuation is everything.
No. Well, so
he's missing the commas that aren't there.
An exclamation is punctuation. You don't need a comma after an exclamation point, do you?
Enemies with chain lightning is actually a fragment, though. It's a prepositional
the
phrase.
English teacher.
Hey, man. Yeah. So yeah. Let's go ahead and say that enemy AI means that they've got a couple more spells. The only problem with that is enemies that charge.
Break, okay.
What?
Give it a what?
You got him going on about AI again.
And not me. He
That's
does
what
this on his own.
That's what the fucking thing says, man.
He's just reading the copy
I'm reading the news.
Post. That's right.
Yeah. So enemies that charge, they have to charge up their skills, and then also enemies that will chain lightning you.
No. Enemies that charge, like enemies that rush you, not enemies that charge up their skills. Come on now.
Hey, all I've got to say is, you know what? They die fucking quickly. Still. So like, they would still have to
adding pylons to it, like the what is the name of that one swamp? Mysterious Swamp. You remember that one building that's in there? How you got to kill the pylons that are there, but and then it takes the powers away from
the shard that they're adding in there.
That's what they're doing.
The shard that buffs the enemies.
That's
that,
right. We're
that
getting
you
more
can't-
of that crap
that you can't target with a bow.
for some
Yeah.
reason.
Yeah, I haven't tried
Yes,
that
the
yet.
showard. The showard. Yeah. Yeah. And then these changes, as well as some combat balance and attenuation changes, are now patched into QA. Although someone actually was reporting that they were receiving 19 million XP an hour without attenuation and in a different scene.
19 million in a
Million
in what,
XP.
one of the control points? Noob
I'm not telling you where it said
Skylabber,
it.
Thank you for the bits.
Uh,
Appreciate it.
but that was on QA. Yep. So that's all in the other state. Yeah. I was double clicking on it last week.
On what?
Econdis is like, you've got to double click on it. Upper Tiers Reborn live stream was on Friday, along with some QA and silly discussions about
Flash Crown
things.
sale was this weekend.
And-
if anybody got in on that, that
Hey,
was,
you know what? The banner for 20% off through January 1st is still up on the main website. So
is it?
I want someone to actually go through and say, dude, I bought crowns and it says that there's a 20% sale through January 1st. It doesn't say January 1st, 2020.
Well,
It's yeah.
fluctuation
That's still
is
there.
everything. That's right.
Hey man, so we've got a year of a 20% sale until someone actually fixes that on the main page. Then winter vault items in the vault. Vault still bad idea. It doesn't matter what we say. We're not being listened to.
That's
This is
right.
a-
It doesn't.
this
So
is
shut up.
A heritage hot tub, not a heritage, virtue hot tub. I see the virtue symbol on this hot tub. Did the normal one come like that? I don't recall.
No, it didn't.
Well, this one, this screenshot's got a picture
ice,
of it on there.
The ice hot tub might have.
Oh, that's what this is, the ice hot tub.
Yeah.
I think that one did.
Okay. So,
Yeah, so since that was a telethon reward, it did have the virtue symbol on it. But yep. Then rewards program at some point in time. Remember, they're going to add multiple tiers to that. They haven't yet. And that Lord
Yes,
of the
coming
Isle
soon.
package is also supposed to disappear, but let's spend months developing the Lord of the Isle.
disappearing soon, I hear. I thought it was
Yeah.
going to happen at the end of this month.
Well, soon is a relative term, so
Yes.
Yeah. Then after that, that is all the new information in the avatars update.
I thought there was something else there.
I like the animal spawners.
Like the POT spawners?
I like those. They need to add to that. They need to add chickens. They need to add
Every conceivable animal that's in the game.
barnyard. They need to add barnyard. Because I got a dude lives over in Black Rock. It's got a barn with a fence around it, and he needs some farm animals.
Hey,
He got the sheep. He's got the pig. He got turkeys. Cats don't belong on a farm. Deer damn sure don't belong on a farm, but he needs farm animals.
They belong on the outskirts of the farm, just like we've seen in
There's
other
a
games.
lot of things that are needed.
Yeah, but we need animal
lot.
spawners. Those things are. I haven't messed around with them. Can you kill those things?
Yes,
You
Yes.
kill the damn deer?
you can kill
Yes.
them. They don't give you anything for killing them, but they just they
yes.
kill them and they respawn.
Here's
I've
what.
actually got some turkeys out in Snug Harbor. I've got a cat on the dock down there. When the fishermen come in looking for his free fish handout, you know
So-
how cats are.
So do the devs still listen to this show?
No. Oh,
Sometimes.
List does occasionally.
Sometimes.
Okay.
Lord British.
Well,
Lord
I
British
mean,
stopped
we
in a couple weeks ago. He was here beginning of the year, stopping in to say hello.
okay. Well, player dungeons are still out of whack.
What do you mean out of whack?
Well, I've been gone for 5 months. Yeah, something like that. Even before we went to the conference or the convention, I had been out of game quite a bit, and I had hoped when I came back that they would have fixed the player dungeons. Well, last night we went, took about 6 guys with me, and you get to fighting, and some of the spawn stays stationary, and some members of the crew have to go to where it's standing, while everybody else, the spawn has actually moved and is attacking the rest of the party. But there's that one guy, sometimes two, has to run to where the spawn is actually standing somewhere else in the dungeon to attack it. I mean, it's all jacked up.
I would
Plus,
bug
It's
that.
bilocated.
Yeah, I would bug that.
yeah, well, okay.
Bug.
I haven't heard, and you know me, I've got every bug report, every forum post that comes through my email. So I haven't seen anything lately on that. The latest I've seen on Dungeons is that the Leech Totem doesn't accept the Leech whatever, but I think that's that one room that's still screwed up that is actually not a Leech room, but it's got a spot for a Leech Totem.
Yeah, that's the Cabal room.
Yeah, the Cobalt
Yeah,
room.
yeah.
That's the only thing
see,
I've
that's the
seen
thing
pop
too.
up on the radar.
So
and-
when did we get leeches in game?
Yeah, I was wondering that myself.
yeah,
Are they
we got
blood,
them,
dredge, what?
Yeah. We got them when we
I-
got those trees out there. Those trees out there. Yeah. Leeches. Yeah. Bite
Lich.
me.
It is a lich.
Them floating things that don't get stuck out in upper tiers anymore. Those
Next,
things.
you're going to say there's dragons in game.
Yes.
Right, there you go.
Baby dragons. Yeah, baby dragons.
Dragons.
That's another thing is the spawn on some of the rooms don't spin up. You've got to be in there for like an hour before some of those lich rooms, especially the Encounter 3 room, before it spins up. I've got 10 of them in the BMC dungeon, and we ran them last night. They hardly spun up at all.
Yeah, see, now we got Crossfire Bug's Eye out here saying he's never seen that issue in Dungeons, but he does want better placement of items and the ability for the appropriate items on the floors.
Don't
And-
even get me started on the pronunciation shit because
Yeah,
everybody
listen,
says
you.
wyvern and it's
Listen, you.
wyvern.
I better make a phone call. Keep her quiet.
So Obsidian, you just want Laz to start pronouncing every single word for you, so that
she
we can
loves it.
always be
She
frustrated.
knows it.
Yes.
What's up, Shane?
yes.
How are you, my dear?
Hi, Lazzy.
Is,
So how do you pronounce that long wavy sword?
what, the Chris?
No, the one that's got that French pronunciation, starts with an F, ends in an E.
Filigran?
Flamberger?
Yeah,
Ah, the Flamberger.
Lambourge.
that's pronounced flamberge.
Yes. Now,
And
Flambers.
on the topic of
Flamberge.
those totems, I gotta
Flamberge.
just say for Crossfire Bug's Eye out there, another thing that I've seen chat of out there, and I think would be really cool, is that you can turn any room into any any spawn. Just have the spawner accept any totem. And a lot of people are wondering why that wasn't done. Why each room specifically has to have a specific totem?
Well,
Uh,
because
why
then there
can't
would
I
be
put
no
a bunch of-
adventuring to find a certain room and then spend 500 quotas to make it spawnable.
No.
They were- the
you're gonna
rooms
get the rooms
can-
anyway. You want the fancy rooms, but why can't I put a kobold spawner in the troll room? Why has it got to be a troll? Yeah.
No.
I
Come on,
see. I
man.
disagree with that. Is why
Come
can't I
on.
put what?
You should be able to put whatever spawner you want in there, but the room
That's what's
deco
going to make the
was
dungeons unique.
Yeah.
If I know, I look at a room and I go, "Oh, there's trolls in there." Well, I know what to prepare for. If I look at the room and I go, I can't tell what's in there because I don't know what's in there.
No,
It
no,
makes it a
no,
little more
no,
fun.
no. See, you make the variation with the different levels. Like I've got 2 level 2s at the entrance of our troll section of the
Right.
BMC, but by the time you get around the troll cave where all the treasure is, and you get to the level 3 and level 4 totems, that's a beatdown. I mean, yeah, we know that they're all trolls. When you go into that section of the dungeon, that's where the trolls reside, right? Because I've got their faces and trophies and shit mounted all outside the entrance
Yeah,
of their section.
you put a show on for everybody. It's like
Right.
fucking
Put a
Disney.
show on and shit, but
step,
once you get in there,
differentiate.
you're gonna get your ass beat if you don't know what you're doing.
But anyway,
Yep.
that's just opinions, of course. I would like to see you be able to do it. I understand the levels of difficulty, but again, I think if you put different, why can't I put different levels of difficulty of different spawners? I just don't get it. But that's just me.
Because you
Yeah.
got. I mean, shit. Come on, man.
What? If I put a level 5
Oh,
leech
you don't
totem
want a
in that
bunch of
room?
you don't want a bunch of leeches running around in a troll cave. I mean, you just don't want that. That's not
Why
right.
not?
With flamberges attacking you from all sides.
Why not?
I mean, it don't belong.
You're just gonna
Leeches
ring a fire
belong. Yeah, leeches
Run 'em
belong. Leech.
Quiver.
Well, what
Leeches
happens if
belong
you have an
what?
undead themed or
Well, I
a
tell you what,
kobold
you know what the
invasion?
remedy is. You know what the remedy is. I'll tell you what the remedy is.
What is
You
that?
don't make it to where you can just put any totem on uh the various totem poles. Okay, you don't just put any totem. You add multiple totems. In other words, you can have trolls, you can have leeches, you can have whatever, but it's got to be multiple totems somewhere around the room. All right. So if I want a lich spawn with my trolls, fine, but add a different totem, not just one totem. Add different totems around the room.
I'm all for that as well. Multiples as well, because then you can mix it up and make it whatever you want. Absolutely.
Right.
But yeah,
If I want to run into a grotto that's got the sunshine coming through my dungeon, and out there in the middle is a little field of rabbits, well, I ought to be able to do that. Hence
yeah,
the
we
animal
need
spawners.
some death bunny spawners. That's what we really need.
I'm gonna put animal spawners in. And can you put animal spawners in a dungeon?
I believe they're POTN dungeon. It's a good question.
You can put them in. You
Anybody
can
out
put them
there
in a
know that
basement.
off the top?
You can put them in a basement, but if you can put them in a dungeon, that's extra cool. I'll
That's
put a
extra good.
That's extra good. I'll put a rabbit. Nah, I'll put a calico cat in my fishing grotto and have him pawing at the water.
There you go. I don't know what happened to Jack. Jack just got up and left. See you, Jack. Bye.
He's probably like, oh shit, Zeke's here. I might as well just leave
Might
and
as
go
well
get
go
a
have a
Coke.
smoke while he's here. So, what else is going on in your world? I haven't seen you around in a while. I know I missed yesterday's soiree.
Oh,
I was busy here with moms.
oh man, it's ketchup. It's a lot of ketchup. I can tell you
yeah.
this. I can tell you this, and I didn't know it because I was pretty hardcore and I was playing a lot last year, up until about midway through the year. But I can tell you this, guys: you missed 6 months of this game. You got a little bit of catching up to do when you come back.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I've kind of took I took about I don't know, 4 to 6 month break there. Burnout, it happens to everybody, and after 6 years, I
It
decided it's
does.
time for a
It does.
vacation.
And we've put in a long stretch. Absolutely. Is even I've found myself taking some breaks here this year. Doing some other stuff. re-exploring some old stuff and checking out some new stuff like Red Dead, doing the
That's
GTA 5 is
right. And I don't want to promote, other gaming platforms on this game because you got the radio playing through this game, but there are some other platforms out there that I got to looking at, and they're not MMO platforms like this, but I've seen like in the last 6 months we've had the actual birth of Star Citizen. I think it's okay to say that because they're cross promoting that
yeah,
and have
yeah.
in the past. Star Citizen finally got up and off the board.
I did not hear that. I really stopped following it. I get the
Yeah,
newsletter every
it's
week, but
I looked at some gameplay videos on YouTube. Uh, shit
I
is
may
all
have to
I
go
can say. I
check
mean,
that out. I got a
and I
ship over there.
yeah, and I don't say that derogatively.
No,
He
no, not at all. Again,
800
yeah,
million was the last count that I had that old boy had raised for that game, and
800? Really?
that's what I heard. I
I
mean,
don't
I
know.
could
My
be
last
mistaken.
when I stopped following, he was at 200. I don't think he jumped another 600 million.
Okay, all right,
Yeah.
I'm probably mistaken on
Yeah, I was
that
gonna
then.
say that's a big ass jump.
All
But
right. Well, 200 million. Still 200 million. I mean, that's a shit, man. That's a stretch. But
comparison wise, though, I just wanted to say I found that playing the new one that I'm in, Red Dead, the story doesn't give you a whole lot. Once you finish with the story, you're done with it, and then it's free roam, and you got to keep yourself occupied.
oh
Um,
yeah, yeah.
yeah,
That one in the online mode of that game, I finished that one. Well, the last expansion that came out on it, the Moonshiners expansion, I did that in 72 hours.
you
I
did
maxed
that
that out.
nonstop. I know, drinking
Yeah,
that
72
moonshine.
hours, and that was done. And I told one of our guildies that was over there playing with us, I told him, I said, look, man, I said, you know, there's nothing else left here. I mean, it's time to move on.
Yeah.
But like I said, I don't want to promote any other gaming platforms out there over the
Yeah,
radio. But
yeah, no, is
it's
again, I
been
mention them from time to time just for comparisons, and
right.
it's always good
Well,
to see
it's
what else. Chris is out there doing it all the time, so don't think he's not
yeah.
getting ideas from other games because he's out there playing those as well.
Well, I screwed around a little bit on Red Dead, and I got on there, and it's more of a. I wanted to get out and just draw my pistols and start killing people. Is basically
Yeah.
what I wanted to do.
Everything come
But
out all right there, Jack?
I'm fine.
I know he's been listening. Your Bluetooth go that far?
Yeah, it does.
Yeah. I forgot
so
you were
I'll,
on Bluetooth. You've been there the whole time, so you just got up and walked away.
God bless him. I'll shut up now and whittle. Go ahead, Jack.
Yeah, Serena, we're having that Twitch difficulty today. I don't know what the hell is going on with it, so bear with us. Stay in the channel just for giveaways. Speaking of which, exclamation I love free shit. Give you all a minute to get in on a pair of green growth potions, and then I'm going to close it out and pick a winner for today. And we've got some tweets to get to. We got Chris putting some interesting stuff out there as well.
Got stuff.
Stuff, yes we do. Which reminds me, I gotta see where I'm going to.
Huge discussion about crafted objects versus economy and artifacts as well that we could be talking about.
Yes, all sorts of stuff. So,
yeah.
Where are we going in the Tweeterverse?
We can go back to Saturday. If I can ever find Twitter. It's there. Come on, Twitter. Load. Then let's go ahead and go to what day?
24th.
Yeah. So.
All right. Before we do that, we're gonna close the giveaway. Oh, Ogden just getting in just on time there. Picking our winner, and our winner is
Actually,
Noob Skyblabber. Noob Skyblabber, congrats. Winner of 2 green growth potions.
Saw him last
I,
night in
I,
UT.
I can't control Laz's jacked up stream.
Yeah, neither can I, so. For once, Jack gets some viewers on his stream.
Something like that. But let's see. So actually, we have to start off on the 26th because there was no tweets on the 25th. So on the 26th, Chris was up early on a Sunday and trying to fix a bug with the ring slot. I know it is widespread, but for some reason, I'm not able to reproduce it. Still investigating, but there was some magic step I'm missing.
Yes, your character logs in naked when there's something to do with that second ring slot equipped on. Yeah, I haven't figured it out, so.
I have not seen that yet.
You weren't paying attention when I showed up naked on the lot today?
No. And fuck! Our other main team server box just died. Back plane failure on the RAID array. Attempt to restart it remotely. It failed, and now not even IPMI access. Backups are from last night, so almost no work lost, but still eating up his time and on a release week. And then there you go. So you can see his internal network is used in 192.168.202.
202.
Yeah. Yeah. And then after that, 8 hours ago, and then work just completed on rebuilding the internal server. These weren't game servers, but rather were the build servers that they kind of need, do builds for Thursday. Lost another day of work and another night of sleep, but he thinks he's figured out the ring thing.
The ring thing.
Yeah. And Chris believes that the second ring thing is now fixed. Give it a try. It was a missed server file on live, only, which is also why you couldn't see other people's rings and why he couldn't reproduce it on the dev client.
Makes sense.
Imagine that. Differences between the dev client and the live client.
Oh no.
Imagine that.
Imagine
that. Yeah. And then after that, the congrats from Chris to Shooter Jennings for last night. Truly amazing work, old friend. Love seeing you getting the recognition you deserve in the primetime spotlights for those who missed it.
Absolutely.
And then 40. That actually brings me to the reason this stuff isn't actually going out on the official Shroud of the Avatar Twitter account is because they lost access to it. They're trying to regain it.
Yes. Well, he told everybody about that on the live stream. They attached it to a Google phone number, and Google punted the number, and they no longer have access to it because nobody ever used that phone number.
No two-factor authentication.
Yeah, I mean, go figure. I mean, that's funny nonetheless. I don't care who you are. Exclamation, I love free shit. 10,000 gold being given away at the end of the stream to another lucky viewer. And, yeah.
And then 40 minutes ago, the QA build was going with one of the same type item going now. It is only applied on a case-by-case basis. Probably need to get a message in when it happens too. I'll do that next.
I don't get it.
Let's be extremely vague on a tweet to where no one knows really what's being said. Yes, that's it. Exactly what it is. So, yes. And that's Chris's tweets.
Yes, there's another conversation in here. I want to see if I can find it again.
Yeah.
There was an interesting back and forth with some commentary. Which one had all the comments to it?
Something.
Was this the one? No. All right. Anyway. Anyway, moving right along.
Forum post on
Which forum post are we going to?
Elrond's.
Elron. Okay.
And Elrond's hey Chris.
Which one
not
is
that I'm complaining,
Hold on.
but I am. The economic impact of artifacts like the Vex wand.
What about it?
It destroys the player crafted economy, is what he's saying.
I don't have this.
And-
Give me a link.
Scroll up.
Ah, there it is. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
yeah. Then
Oh, this I've seen this one. This is nothing new here. As a matter of fact, this is
well, hey, it is kind of new in the sense that the the best things in the game are supposed to be player created, but for loot,
They're not.
Chris keeps on introducing artifacts that make it so where
that
hey, you need
argument
artifacts.
I can get into, but the fact that he's selling less wands of a particular type really doesn't seem to prove a point, because not for nothing, decay of weapons and armor is not what it could be. And when I buy your beautiful plus 16 wand, you know what? I'm not coming back next week for another one, dude. I haven't changed armor or wands or weapons in 2.5 years. So you're not going to keep selling those once people have them. So I don't agree with this concept of the sales, okay? Just to get that out up front.
Decay needs to be worked on as far as items actually getting destroyed.
Yes.
Then from there, but the fact that like the best bow that you can get is what bow?
Oh, I don't know. I got a pretty nifty one. It's not an artifact, and I don't think.
But the best bow is actually an artifact bow.
Yeah, that's subjective, and on that one.
The Zen bow.
Okay, it's subjective. I may not want what does the Zen bow give us? I don't know. I don't own one.
I can't remember the stats on it.
Anybody
I don't
got one to
either.
tell me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Envy does. The Zen Penetrator. Yeah, but it's like
Badass bow.
Badass bow. Then it's like if Chris keeps on adding in like super powerful artifacts that are weapons, that destroys the people that are going for the high end gear instead of crafting. They're going for the envy. Envy bow from the envy
you got people arguing the fact that this artifact's better than that artifact, and I think that a bow that I can have applied what I want compared to the static that those give.
but Laz, you can't have applied what you want onto a bow because of the RNG in the crafting system.
I can. I just go spiffy.
No,
make me
it's
this.
totally freaking random, and you'll never get what you want.
Yeah, you will never get exactly what you want on a
again,
bow. It is completely
when
random.
you had people who would craft what you want out there, you will eventually.
No one can actually craft exactly what you want on a bow unless they are.
It'll take you a long time to do it. You can't just craft what you want. It takes a lot of tries.
The billions and billions of permutations.
It is possible to get what you want. So don't say it's not possible. It is possible.
So
anyway.
You fix the decay rate on the artifact drops, increase the decay rate, and the only way to fortify that decay rate is to make the legendary weapons, the legendary artifacts. By crafting it. That's the only way to stop the increased decay rate.
But even that crafting a legendary artifact is you should be able to craft items that are actually better than those. Although
I don't know. Depends on the drop. It totally depends on the drop. If the drop rate,
and then
if
from
the drop rate is, if it's decreased or increased, that should fluctuate what the player of economy is. That should reflect.
What you should also do is change it to where like you need that ancient essence of some sort in order to get those better skills on your weapon, and so that way you essentially destroy artifacts in order to create your weapons. But
I thought that was already the case.
That was in repair.
No.
That's for repair. You destroy the artifacts for essence, and you use the essence to.
No, if you fail when you're trying to create a legendary artifact, you should destroy a portion of what you got.
Yeah, it doesn't happen anymore.
Now see, that's
no, you combine
it's a clusterfuck. That's
whenever you create something, you end up creating a totally random piece of
shit.
Yeah, thank goodness thank goodness I don't craft that stuff. I stick with consumables. Easy.
I craft all the time, man. You don't realize getting something like, every sword I get intelligence on the swords, and I get strength on the wands. I still don't know why.
That's how they're rigged.
Yep. Shroud math.
That is. But yeah, I mean, and then when you can take excuse me, I don't know, can you do that with the bows? You can't take 4 bows and make them even better, can you? Like you can do with the rings and other stuff.
Well, you should be able to, but if you fail, you lose some of those bows.
Oh, well, I can dig that. I can dig that happen. Instead of just losing the fuel, you destroy a couple of the bows.
A couple of the bows are gone. If you got a couple of artifact rings and you want to make that legendary ring, then depending on your skill, and if you fail, well, you lose a couple of those rings, which basically knocks you back to square one. You got to go out and you got to go find enough rings again.
Yeah, see, that's rough because
that's rough, but that's real.
Yeah,
I mean, if you're a blacksmith in real life and you screw up a blade, guess what? That blade goes right back to the pit. It's got to be melted back down and it's got to be redone.
Understandable, but when you're talking legendary, you've taken 3 sets of rings of 4 already and combined them up to those 4 that you're using?
Legendary is 16.
Right, it's 16.
Like I said, those 3 sets of 4 for 12, and then you go into 16 for legendary. You're taking 4 of the 3 that you put together, right?
Right, and then and then you know what? Tough shit. If your skill's not high enough to make legendary, then you lose a ring that you've already put together.
So you got to go collect
you got to go collect it again. I mean, it's tough shit. It's a rough world. What do you want? What do you want? Oatmeal cookie, a glass of milk, and a pat on the back? Ain't gonna happen.
I was all for that when it was going to take a year or 2 to GM a skill. So anyway.
Yeah. So you're going to have a lot of people crying about that logic, but that is the real logic. That's what really should happen.
Be. I agree, but unfortunately, that's not the way it is.
That's the only way you hold value. It's the only way you're going to hold value is if it's hard to make.
That's also a complete redoing of the entire crafting system.
It needs to be done. You need to get rid of this random crap.
And it needs to be done because it even though you've got all these fucking stupid permutations of it's one where the shroud math is obviously borked, and it's one where crafted items should be.
I'm not gonna down their math, because there's some smart people working on these equations. I mean, they're freaking smart, but when you get into the actual playing out their genius on screen, there's some the book of common sense has got to come into play at some point.
Well, it'd be easier if they would actually play certain things on the live client and actually test things on the live client.
That's what we're supposed to do.
No, we're not supposed to do that.
Well,
Yeah, we are.
it's again speculative, but moving right along.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you about that wonderful
There's
little app that
list.
we've got out in the
Our
world,
list.
the NBNN Shrouded Avatar app, where you can do all sorts of things like listen to the radios, read the Daily
yeah.
Britannian, start a flame war in the forum, shop the marketplaces, join us in Discord, check out a bunch of other cool links, hit us up on social media, get some help, all sorts of cool stuff, including what's going on in and around the game on the NBNN Shrouded Avatar community calendar, hosted on nbnn.info and brought to you by Reba Test, where you can get free stuff on Amazon. I'm telling you what, I got some Prime stuff just got here before the show. More free stuff, I'm telling you. Click on the links on the website, click on the link below, check out Reba Test today.
Yeah, List got caught because Merlin spawned in. He tried to come in ghost mode, and his pet gave him away over by Jack.
And then after
Yeah.
that, don't forget that NBNN Shroud of the Avatar community calendars on nbnn.info. Click on the calendar button, and you too can look at that aggregated mess of all the Google public calendars
It's
related
a
to Shroud that
mess.
guy knows about. If you have a Google public calendar and you want it
Just
hooked up,
like
you can
this
always
train
email
wreck of a show.
news at nbnn.info. So that way,
Anybody
if you can
see
do something.
Aerosmith's train wreck on the Grammys last night?
Nope.
No,
didn't-
been watching helicopter crashes.
Yeah, well. Boo.
And
Yeah, you think Kennedy?
That was bad, wasn't it? That
Yeah,
was
well, have you seen the video floating around out there already? Yeah, it's bad. But anyway,
Nah, Steven Tyler needed to stop about 15 years ago.
yeah, well, Ozzy made an appearance also last night, and he wasn't looking too hot.
Shaken but not stirred.
Yeah.
I gotta stop. I gotta stop.
along.
Monday through Friday, 12s and 6s around the clock. You can always tune in your ether amplifiers to Radio Radio Free Britannia to listen to two idiots interpreting the news so you don't have to. A little show called Lunch with us. 7 p.m. this evening is going to be the 70s at 7 on Radio Radio Free Britannia. And 9 p.m. in game, you need to join Andertana Zazarus out in the town of Verret Chaos at the Pub of Extraordinary Thought, because it's a weekly open role-playing event there. And all great adventures begin at the pub somewhere.
Start in the pub.
Yep. Final event for this Manic Monday is going to be at 10 p.m. on Radio Radio Free Britannia. And that is the Wekadwum. And that's our community calendar.
That's right. Don't forget you're tuned in to Lunch with us right here on nbnn.info, twitch.tv/Genesis, and some of you may be seeing a stream on twitch.tv/NBNN News today because it's all screwed up. But hey, yeah, that's how things roll. And of course, if you're catching us in replays on YouTube or Twitch, we do appreciate it. Click the follow, click the notify, alert buttons. You all know what to do. Don't forget, the Britannian Mining Company wants you to check out Black Rock Cove, located in the Quell region next to the town of Exeter and conveniently located next to the mines that you want to be near. If you're looking for crafting goods at guild pricing, go check out Black Rock Cove today. And WRFB Radio Free Britannia, bringing you the latest news and entertainment and crazy stuff like us every Monday through Friday right here on the airwaves inside Shroud of the Avatar. We got Wake Up New Britannia every Saturday morning. We've got Wild Safari every Saturday night. We've got the Outlanders on Friday night with Parson Barn Fazler. We've got Sarah and Andar and much more throughout the week. So check out what's going on WRFB Radio Free Britannia. Of course, Shroud Music. If you're looking for ABC files, you can get them at shroudmusic.com. And of course, if you're a vet and you want to share some out there with the world, you can upload your own and share them as well. Shroudmusic.com for your ABC file needs right here in Shroud of the Avatar. Reba Test, where you too can get free stuff on Amazon. The only catch is when you cash out, you pay the fee on PayPal when you get your refund. I mean, small price to pay for cool stuff. I got a $75 magnifier lamp sitting over there. Got it free. Got a cool Qi charger sitting here waiting to be opened. Got it free. Capheus's wares on Shroud Marketplace. Capheus has got all sorts of cool stuff and all the wood that you need. He's got wood. He's got timber. He's got beetles. Yeah, he's got all that wood that you need. That's a joke, folks. Yes. Hello. Thing on. Yeah. Shroud Marketplace, of course, my favorite place, our favorite sponsor, because I like making money while I sleep. And I tell you what, the marketplace is alive and kicking. All you got to do is list it and forget it. And eventually people come along and buy stuff that you've got there. And if you got some stuff that's really in demand, then it sells a lot faster. I've been selling bundles. I've been selling crafting goods. I know the marketplace is alive and well. 170 plus vendors. Jack's going to tell you all about it.
That's right. ShroudMarketplace.com is the place to go buy or sell anything Shroud of the Avatar related. Anything and everything from over 170 plus vendors. And each one of those vendors is responsible for setting their own prices and maintaining their own inventory. Weirdest thing that sold this weekend was recipes. People needed some recipes. Yeah.
Selling.
Yeah.
What recipes? I'm curious.
I don't know. It was a sheet of some sort. I don't know.
I got some animal collars recipes I need to sell.
You might as well put them up for sale at shroudmarketplace.com. I mean, it's like anything and everything from accounts to game gold, crowns of the obsidian.
Recall and teleport scrolls.
As Capheus's shop is selling beetle carapaces, maplewood, pine wood, ether dye, anything and everything. If you can think of something that's game related that someone might want, Famines is saying mandrake. You can find that
Black
at
Pearl.
Shroud Marketplace. Yeah, anything and everything. And reagents have sold at shroudmarketplace.com. That's all I got to say. All the way to services from leveling services, deco services, wedding services, and more. If you've got a service that you want to provide, you can host it at shroudmarketplace.com as long as it's not a bannable offense. That's the only condition, not a bannable offense. So if you want to do it, you can host it at Shroud Marketplace. Yes.
Who's got the new leveling service? Who is that?
The newest leveling service, I believe that was.
I can't read it from here. I gotta.
That is Cleo.
Cleo, okay.
Yeah, Cleo dude. I mean, hence the Cleo dude in the picture.
Oh yeah, I didn't see it.
Yeah.
I wasn't looking closely at the picture. I was trying to read the name of his store down at the bottom there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cleo dude's new service.
Cleo
right.
dude's leveling service. And don't forget, as soon as the attenuation change actually makes it to the live, you'll probably see an update on all of those leveling services.
Oh, absolutely.
About how, especially after they figure out exactly how quickly they can accrue that XP.
Yeah, you better believe that.
Yeah. So, and then from anything and everything, shroudmarketplace.com, register an account to buy anything, and then click on vendor registration if you want to start selling stuff.
That's right. And for 5-star quality service, don't forget to check out Lazarus Long's Weddings and More, because it's not just weddings, it's a whole lot more. If you're looking to get hitched in game, I got everything you need, from custom vows to custom lot setup for your special day. You want to buy a duck? Got a duck available. Got several ducks available. You're looking for pets. You're looking for telethon rares. You're looking for specialty items. You're looking for bulk or bulk granite. Noob Sky Blabber, thank you for another 100 bits. Appreciate it very much. you're looking for just about anything, check us out at shroudmarketplace.com. And of course, don't forget that if you're looking for the best news, you got to tune in right here to NBNN Mondays through Fridays, because it's the best train wreck on the internet to keep you occupied.
Definitely
during
the
your
biggest
lunch
train
hour.
wreck.
Biggest, bestest, you know it. But meanwhile, we got to go ahead and get ready to roll out of here. We got to say thank you to a couple people. We give you another 30 seconds to get in on that last giveaway today for 10,000 gold.
Yep.
As we're going to close it out and get out of here, but we got to say
Thank you,
thanks to
Eagle.
Eagle and Noob Sky Blabber for their cheers today, and thank you, all of you. Sorry for the technical difficulties. Y'all know that's my middle name, so, you know, shit happens. I think it's becoming a Monday thing when this thing happened. But,
Or Friday.
I
Or
don't know.
Thursday. Or Tuesday.
Any day.
Or Wednesday.
All right, closing out
the
this
only days we
giveaway.
don't seem to have technical difficulties are Saturday and Sunday.
That's right.
Yeah.
And Famines, congratulations, you are the winner. So, Noob Sky
Yay.
Blabber, you won the potions, and of course,
This is the coolest thing I have ever seen.
and thank you for the host, Angel. Angel is what? Chuck? But we're going bye-bye, so have a great day, everybody. I'm Laz.
I'm Jack.
And we are NBNN. Have a great day. We'll see you all tomorrow.